It's track reviews.
Ooh, here we are. Brand new track from Earl Sweatshirt. Hi everyone, Anthony Fantano here, internet's busiest music nerd, and it's time for a track review. West Coast rapper Earl Sweatshirt, he is back with a brand new single, I'm hoping in 2022. He's also bringing a new album cycle with him. He dropped a little EP a while ago with the one with East on it, Feet of Clay, and dialing it back even further, of course, we had 2018 Some Rap Songs, which was one of my favorite hip-hop records of that year, and certainly, pushed abstract hip-hop as a style down some very impressionistic and dark, depressive avenues. And I think Earl lyrically and vocally has been able to kind of, ride those waves and scratch those itches in a way that's sort of unparalleled. I mean, there are a lot of artists out there that are kind of on that wave at the moment, and a lot of them very good. I've given positive reviews and coverage to Navy Blue, for example, but Earl, I think, in terms of like the numbers and the effect and the quality of his work thus far, has been really ahead of the pack. But again, that's just my opinion. 2010, new track, new cut. Let's give it a spin, see what it's got to offer. But bam. Okay. There we have it. Interesting one from Earl. I feel like we're getting the same Earl, but at least for this era, for this moment right now, we're kind of getting a new energy. I don't think it's really a stretch to talk about maybe the past like 5 or 6 years for Earl's music, like going from I don't like shit to now. It's sort of been like this ongoing downward spiral of depression. 2010, I think, sees him in at least brighter spirits, or at least pointing in more of an upward direction after maybe like having creatively this rock bottom period where he's reflecting on a lot of dark stuff. And that's not to say he's like making pop rap on this one, or that, the whole vibe of the record is super upbeat, but he does come across more aggressive on the mic. And I feel like that energy is replacing the kind of dejected and disconnected feelings that have been radiating off of his performances as of late. And these feelings, I think, also came through on the lyrical end as well, with Earl making reference to reaching new heights figuratively and his ears popping as a result of that. Also talking about coming far, making it by the skin of his teeth. On the refrain toward the end of the track, he even makes mention of, I guess, the emotional pain that comes with looking back into the past and the stuff that he's written on previous material. He seems to really be kind of enjoying and relishing the transition from maybe moments in the past where things were worse or darker, and where things are now. This newer, brighter energy for Earl, I think, comes through on the instrumental as well. The drums are very punchy, very straightforward, and you also have these like bright swirling synth arpeggios that are a little surreal, a little psychedelic, and loop and cycle in the way that a lot of, maybe chords or melodic elements in Earl's instrumentals will. But these synths do have kind of a bright, bubbly quality that don't sit as heavy on you emotionally as maybe some of the wheezy, dusty, slow jazz samples that have been kind of sitting in the background for a while for him. Now, given that it is Earl, we haven't really turned a new leaf on the song structure side. The whole track really kind of runs like a motif, not a huge, hook or big changes throughout the track either. Feels almost like a freestyle in a way. That's how kind of Earl's tracks are running these days individually, to really kind of get a sense of where he's going artistically, or really get some kind of greater impact as a result of these songs. At least for me anyway. It usually comes along with, many tracks compounding on top of each other across an entire project. So yeah, structurally nothing too crazy on that end, but I was really impressed again with kind of the newer, more decisive energy radiating off of this track, and the focus of the bars as well, and kind of the positive direction that they seem to be going in. And I guess, as somebody who's been listening to Earl's music for a while, I'm curious as to whether that's going to pan out into a series of songs that express the same, ideas and emotions on a longer project. And I guess that's the extent to which I have some thoughts on 2010. Make sure to go down in the comments and leave yours. Did you love this track? Did you hate it? Why? What do you think I should review next? Over here next to my head, it's another video that you can check out. Hit that up, or the link to subscribe to the channel. Earl, 2010, the forever.